All right, today we have a special one. This was spun on the wheel. Thank you, everybody, by the way, for supporting the moving costs. I am moving across the country very, very soon, and all of the support from people on stream has been very, very appreciated, for one. And for two, every $100 raised, we're spinning the wheel of a bunch of different random, silly, fun things to do on stream, and then eventually upload to Dragon Blitz Daily. First of all, if you're watching on Dragon Blitz Daily, what's up? Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I hope you're having a fantastic day. But we're playing Battle Mage today. This was spun on the wheel, and the way Battle Mage works is that it's kind of like its own ROM hack almost in a way. There's so much changed in the way that the game is played, which is really, really cool. So we're going to be exploring a lot of that. We've played it a few times on stream, but it's been a while, and I believe there's been at least a handful of updates since the last time we played it. So, like, there's new items, specifically like armor and like stuff like that that helps your spells be more powerful, helps you be immune to certain weapon or enemy types and stuff like that. It's really cool. And Karushi Drive, thank you for the tier 3 for 18 months. Much appreciated.
What kind of meme is this number?
7931 just got paid. Holy, thank you very much for the donation. 7931. I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of meme that could possibly be referring to. So this is one of the new items. Thank you again, by the way, for the donation and helping me move across the goddamn country. We need this in real life, number one. Number two, we have the Mana Reaver here now.
There it is. You provide my home with more entertainment per minute than any other source. Thanks for the laughs in these harrowing times, brother.
What the fuck, dude? What? What? Hold on. I need a minute. Okay, we're back. I had to have a full mental breakdown for a second. Anyways, back to back to Battle Mage. So enemy stats are randomized. The Mana Reaver is our way of getting magic back from enemies, because a lot of the stuff we do consumes magic. For example, this new spell here, we have the Black Panther fast movement spell. You can see my MP is going down drastically, but it does damage to things as we move. But if I need to get MP back, my best way of doing so is by siphoning it from enemies. Ow. So the way that the enemy stats work is, like, down here, you'll see their damage type is based off of their, like, physical hitbox. So if I walked into this guy, he does P damage, aka poison. You can see that his damage is also increased generally. He also does curse damage. U is cursed because C is also taken up by another one, which I can't remember off the top of my head. S is for stoned. So he is immune to stone damage. While we're here, we technically can't fight Granfaloon yet, I don't think, right? I don't remember if we can fight Granfaloon with the map rando, or sorry, starting zone rando settings. The other thing about the Black Panther is you move so fast that sometimes you just, like, clip through enemy hitboxes, which is really nice. C is for cat damage, of course. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for any of the new weapons, hopefully, besides the one I currently have. But yeah, Black Panther is huge. So a big part of, like, this preset is, like, moving fast with Black Panther and trying to refill your MP along the way. P damage, me when I have a kidney stone? Is that a joke to anybody? Is that funny? Hell yeah. So after this, dude, how do I even handle the wheel spins now? That's so much content. How are we gonna... We need to figure out how many wheel spins we're doing. 500, so that's... I mean, it's 4 small wheels, 1 big wheel, which is already insane, because I'm not going to have enough time to do all... I assumed that I would have, like, over 2 months to get all of my shit together and handle all this content stuff. But you guys said, nah, fuck that. Gotta go fast, streamer. And honestly, I respect it. It's going to be a good time. Suffering from success, I know. Please pour one out for your boy who has to... oh, no, my... I have to go to the video game mines. You guys don't understand how hard my job is. I work really long hours at the video game mines, you know? You don't know. Sometimes your thumbs get tired. Sometimes your butt gets sore. You don't get it, man. Like what's the meme of like the guys at the mud factory? I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just like muddy as fuck, like moving heavy machinery around. People say that that's the hardest job in the world. You have no idea. Playing video games for a living, way harder for sure. Okay, I'm goofing around. I don't need to be Black Panthering right now. However, it's fun, so I will. Whee! There we go. Get off my back! I pressed the X button 200 times today. Gets home from work. Your wife's like, how was work today, honey? Ugh, I don't want to talk about it. Do you know what a hype train is? My hype train got scammed today. You have no idea the pain I've been through. The emote extension that lets people post funny cat pictures in my channel went down for 2 hours. My job is so hard. Come out of your room to home cook meal of Hot Pocket from your wife. What's the ninja tweet? The epic one? Brawless wife shows up with a sandwich unasked for. Do you remember if the orbs followed you from other screens last time you played Battle Mage? I don't think they did, but maybe they... I guess we can test it right now, right? So the idea is if I go between screens, the orbs still follow me, where I think the way that it works in the vanilla game is the orbs would cut off between screens. So that's actually really cool. So it guarantees the MP that you get from certain stuff. Also, Gravity Boots is huge for us. I wish we could do the Karma Coin chat. I really do. But we're broke as fuck, unfortunately. We need $50. For the small price of $50, we could start gambling, chat. I did talk about Magic the Gathering today. That's honestly, like, that and Yu-Gi-Oh!, those two things, it's, like, worse than, you know, anything you could think of, really. Ow. Oh, yeah, they do holy damage, hence why I glow green when I take damage there. I've honestly been very lucky that none of these enemies have, like, weird damage resistances that I have to worry about. I'm immune to curse? Oh, they're immune to my damage, which is hit type. I see. I thought I was the one guarding, but that makes sense. It's one of the card games of all time. I love early Yu-Gi-Oh! So much, and a huge part of it is nostalgia for sure, but the other part afterwards, it's actually the same exact feeling that I have for Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is knowing that this thing that I loved in childhood turned out to actually be this really cool, in-depth game that also has like a really awesome community behind it. Like discovering that years later is like probably one of the most I don't even know how to describe it. Just like genuinely fantastic feelings that I've had in my adult life. Is like, wow, not only is the thing I'm nostalgic for actually really cool and it wasn't just nostalgia, turns out other people feel similarly and keep the game alive. Have I considered that I may be stuck in the 90s? I wish, brother! If only it were that easy!
I'm interested in this.
I can't get enough of this content. DB's content got me through some tough times and I appreciate him and this awesome community.
Stop.
Don't worry, DB, we will easily get you to your goal and help get you out of Florida.
Stop. You guys are being too nice. I already said that YouTube is not allowed to see me all sappy and soft, okay? You guys are about to make me cry on stream. Don't do that shit to me. Roguish One, thank you. I very much appreciate you. And also, you got yourself out of those tough times. This is a thing that I've heard other content creators say when faced with similar responses from others, which is like, ultimately, me being a distraction from the eternal suffering, the eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, if you will, that exists, is one thing, but ultimately, you're the one that has to put in the work to fix your own life. But I'm happy to be that distraction for you in times when you need it. Because I, too, rely on other people in a similar way. Real men cry, too. That's true. It's just, there's something about YouTube watchers knowing that they're going to see me cry that gets me a little like, come on, man. Come on. Speaking of Darks, thank you very, very much. When is that playthrough going on YouTube? Which playthrough are you referring to? The answer to your question is probably soon. But one of the things that I'm like always happy for is the fact that I do get a chance. Oops, I forgot to do this check. To take the stream moments and upload them to YouTube for people to watch at their own convenience. Because live streaming is obviously very fun and interesting and engaging, but ultimately it is restrictive to like time zones or just like generally, you know, when a streamer happens to be live, like myself. So the one I'm playing right now, oh, it'll probably be like a few days at most. I think I only have like 3 other videos archived right now that are waiting to be uploaded. So, because the way that it generally works, a peek behind the curtain for those that are curious, is I don't stream every single day. However, I want to have YouTube videos uploaded every day just for consistency and algorithmic purposes. And it gives me something to do. Like every day I work on a thumbnail. Every day I, you know, think about YouTube in some way. And that regularity keeps me going. Much like morning poops, if you will. It's kind of like how if you don't have your morning poop, your whole day is ruined. You know what I mean? Real poopers in the chat know. So it's kind of like I get to have my morning poop and I get to have my afternoon YouTube work. They're basically the same. So essentially, because I only stream like 4 or 5 days a week at most, really. Sometimes less than that if I'm also working on like main channel YouTube stuff, not Dragon Blitz Daily stuff, but like youtube.com/DragonBlitz stuff, because those videos take a while. Sometimes I do stream less. So what I end up doing is I take multiple segments of one stream and then break those up into separate YouTube videos and then like kind of stockpile them for a few days and then like upload them as they come out, if that makes sense. And I try and keep it in chronological order as much as I possibly can. So that way people who tune in daily don't get confused when I'm referencing something that didn't already happen yet. Did you learn by watching primarily, or did you have a lot of time on your own? Mostly from watching, to be honest. I've probably put in maybe 20 to 30 hours total into Super Metroid, like, practice / playing randos. So it's not like I'm, like, an expert by any means, but 30 hours is still, like, a decent amount of time into practicing and playing a video game. You know what I mean? I also put a lot of time when I was, like, probably like 12 years ago, I did a 12-hour challenge for Super Metroid. If you guys don't know what the 12-hour challenge is, it's an old speedrunning challenge created like over a decade ago, where the idea is that you give yourself 12 hours to learn a speedrun from scratch, and then by the end of the 12 hours, have the best time that you can have. And then I was like, I'm watching a lot of Super Metroid speedruns at the time. Maybe I can learn Super Metroid, and I did that, and it was tough, but a lot of fun. So now we have gravity boots, so is it telling me to go to the caverns, or which check is that? Can't tell. 12-hour Karnov speedrun? You guys are crazy for that one. Super Metroid is a very difficult game, though, I will say. You can learn a lot about Super Metroid Rando by watching some experience play. Yeah, for sure. Can you explain the timing on Mock Ball? I can't seem to figure it out. It's just like right before you touch the ground. It's like similar to an L cancel if you've ever played Melee, where you anticipate getting close to the ground, because there is a distance between the ground where you have what is called a like smooth landing with the morph ball, where if you fall from fall from high enough, you bounce on the ground. You essentially want to be close enough to the ground that you don't bounce, and then that gives you the mock ball. So if you can space it close enough to the ground where you're not bouncing off the ground, you're good. So if you never get enough speed, it's probably because you're landing on the ground before morphing, which means you're doing it too late. But if you bounce on the ground, it means you're doing it too early. Is that also what it's called teching? Teching is slightly different, but it's a similar concept where you perform a defensive maneuver as you're about to touch the ground, like shielding right before touching the ground, and then that gives you the game gives you the ability to quickly rise out of that knockdown animation. Similar idea. You essentially are just trying to time it right before you touch the ground, but not actually touching the ground. Because if you do it while you're touching the ground, you lose your momentum. And if you do it before, like way before touching the ground, you'll bounce on the ground. I don't know what the exact like frame window is, but I think it's pretty lenient, all things considered. My guess is it's probably like a 7-frame window if I had to guess. So if you're having a lot of trouble with it, ow, poison, ow, fire! It probably means that you're doing it too late, if I had to guess. Like you're trying to make it as precise as possible when it's really not that precise. But that's just a guess on me. I don't know how many frames you actually have. Holy Enchant does remove status effects. Oh yeah, we should mess around. Good. Mott keeping me on track for all the cool stuff we can do, because we haven't really been exploring a lot of the cool stuff. So there's a lot of new spells. So let's do one of them. Where's Holy Enchant? That is L1. So I do... oh yeah, I can't do this because my controls are set up in a weird way. Hold on. I think that fixes it. Anyways, it's L1, not L2. So it's... There we go. So yeah, now we do holy damage. So we can enchant our weapon to do different types of damage effects. The holy one also heals our status effects. So now we're not poisoned anymore, which is epic. You can see the color of the damage I'm doing here is different. It's like flashing green there, which is how you know you're doing holy. Yeah, and it lasts for a small period of time, and then it wears off. There's different combos for all sorts of stuff. There's fire, ice, thunder, poison, or curse. Is this one curse or poison? I forget. I think it's curse. And they all have like different effects. Some of them like increase your damage, but decrease your defense. Stuff like that. That's dark. This is poison. That's light. And that's curse. Okay. Yep, that's definitely curse. So the idea is if you find yourself fighting a boss or an enemy, you can like change the status type that you're using to like do more damage. Why am I going this way? We don't need to go this way. Curse raises critical hit chance. Yeah, they all have like a bunch of like passives and stuff too. Purple aura looks cool AF. It is true. Shout out to 69 health. What are we doing, by the way? What do we want to do? I guess we just do outer wall into gravity boots. I don't know why it's telling me to do a caverns check. Is that Medusa or Succubus? Because that's holy glasses. No, it wants me to do Scylla. Oh, it wants me to do Scylla. That's strange. I wonder why. I don't think there's a way for Alucard to do cat damage now. Which item resistances do I have? Is it just ice? Okay, well. Or it's an immunity now. So yeah, recently you guys updated the game to allow the resistance items to be full-on immunity items, which is also cool. MP recovery from Sword is Peak. It's very cool. The whole dynamic of this preset is very cool, where you're like getting low on MP, and then you have to like refill it, but you also get to go fast with MP because of the Black Panther stuff. Dark armor. We're immune to dark now. That's actually really good. I'm gonna put that on now. Nice. Okay. More money so we can buy karma coins. That's huge. You want Arikan? Welcome, welcome. I probably should pick up sub-weapons, because like sub-weapons are still good. Oh, you're immune. You heal from slash, you say. It's fine. You know what we can do, actually? I think I have enough MP for this. Right? Is that not the right button? Which button is it? It is triangle. Maybe I'm not holding it long enough. You must do it clockwise. Oh. It's not working, though. Do I not have 70? Oh, I don't have 70 MP. That explains a lot. There it is. Everyone's favorite. 4 beasts. We are now immune to damage, and we also perform damage as we touch enemies. Maria taught us her favorite technique. I should grab that. Something, something, 4 wolves. There are 4 wolves inside of you. Okay, let's have fun here. So you are weak to stone. I can't do... Is there a stone damage spell? Oh, there is. Cross. So we have to do the... There we go. Go, rock damage! Yeah, it freezes enemies in place. Hell yeah. What other new spells can we mess around with? Let's see. 4 beasts. Magic missile, which we do have in our inventory. We could be using those, right? Because they cost mana, but they come out like super fast. Maelstrom, which is an equipable spell. Balrog is an equipable spell. Monster Vial alchemy weapon. I don't think we've seen that one yet. We've seen regular monster vials. Okay, so all the other spells are based off of items that we have to find. Dark Souls spell system, yep. Yeah, we got to rest at a bonfire to re-up. They get the enchanted damage, the magic missile. They get enchanted. Oh, so whatever damage value. Okay. Poison mail. There we go. We can be immune to poison now if we want to. Oops. Yeah, the coffin doesn't refill your mana. Your only way to really refill mana is, I think there's an item that lets you refill over time, as well as an item that I'm using right now, the Mana Reaver, where I can steal MP from objects and enemies, similar to how the other one. What the hell is the name of that weapon? Why am I blanking on it? I need to start doing some like word puzzles or something, because my brain doesn't work too good. That's like the one aspect of streaming that's tough. Because sometimes I feel like my capacity to use brain slowly deteriorates. Mage plate. Enchanted armor for mages. Oh, so now I'm immune to whatever, like, this is. So I'm immune to fire right now, if I had to guess. Is that how it works? If so, that's crazy. Oh, you resist it. You're not immune to it. Okay. That would probably be way too strong, yeah. But now I can resist whatever element I need to, based off of the element I have equipped. Gotcha. Ah, the prism circlet is the one that lets you absorb. Gotcha. Okay. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff. I think we just go to the caverns now. Yeah, we just go to the caverns now. Hell yeah. Mornblade was the name, thank you. Oh, you're freaking absorbing fire, but you're weak to stone? Don't mind if I do. Mods, stone his ass. Send him back to the Stone Ages. This guy's weak to holy. I'll do it. You think I won't? Hell yeah. Did we already do those checks? We did. Okay. You can use enemies who absorb damage for infinite mana. That is true, yeah. Yeah, you just wail on them until they friggin' explode. Let's check this out while we're here. Why not? Smart potion. I am very smart. Thank you for noticing. And before progression is sword card. It wouldn't be the first time. This is an 8 complexity seed, and we grabbed Jewel of Open behind a flight location, so I'm pretty confident that this is probably progression. Also, I could be going fast right now, so let's go fast. Just gotta make sure we're keeping healthy here. Yeah, like, this is a way to get infinite MP if we need it, but we refill so much MP so quickly that it's, like, fine. Bro, I need a smart potion in real life. Can someone invent this, please? What's this? I'm being told it's called Adderall? Oh, fuck. This is sick. It's very cool. We've played it a few times, but I don't think we've ever played it in this, like, final form iteration. We played a lot of it in, like, early beta stuff, I want to say. Not even, like, beta. It was more like not all of the tools were fully, like, updated last time we played it to allow for all of the spells. Either way, this is cool. Yeah, some, like, prototype stuff, for sure. Yeah, there are some presets for sure that, like, change the way the game is played so much, and this is definitely one of them, where it's like, if you just want a brand new Symphony of the Night experience, like, this is definitely up there for, like, giving you that. Because the randomizer already does a good job of just, like, completely changing the way that you play the game. But all of these extra mods on top of it are just fantastic. All right, girly, what's the vibe? What are we doing here? Are we stoning your ass? Actually, poison, which is... I'm trying to remember them all. I think it's R2. Yep. Oh, my damage! 126 damage per swing? Sheesh. Yeah, like, that's ideally how you play the preset for sure. Which is nice, because it also means you, like, don't have to worry about weapons. You just use the Mana Reaver with whatever spells you got, and you have a great time. Every time I think of Battle Mage, though, I do think of... Because aren't there an enemy in Elden Ring that's literally called Battle Mage? It's the guys who wield the giant magic hammers and with the Burger King head crown, foot lettuce ass looking ass. New impossible challenge incoming? Yes, it is. I now have to commit to the rules that I want to use, so should be a good time. Should be a good time. Just in time, too, because I felt like there was definitely a hankering, if you will, a hunger for more impossible challenge. Oh, yeah, the extra art stuff for, like, the HUD icons adds so much charm to it, for sure. Hey, what up, Solar? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I think I will do a safe split here, because why not? Did we do Castle Entrance? We did. Yeah, we did Castle Entrance. I'll still go check Mermaid Statue, though. I think Mournblade has been replaced entirely with the Mana Reaver. Come on. Close enough. Look, I tried, okay? Nice. Alucard, Battle Mage, scared of taking a bath. I'll just reset, whatever. Probably not faster, but I want to. I mean, I did the save split for a reason. Interesting that it doesn't break candles. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Floats on water because he's covered in oil. It's a new strat. There we go. You just gotta time it right to make it through. Are they immune to hit? Are they? No, because you can punch candles. It's probably just like the damage entity thing is just like weird or something. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I guess we just go this way. Oh my frickin' lord. Get in there, brother. You don't like lightning, which is this one? Nope. This one. Nope. This one. Yeah. Get your ass back. Get your ass back here. You know what? Eat my arrows. I didn't want to have to do it. Alright, we need mana. They are immune to poison. Oops. Still costs some mana to do this. No, it doesn't. Wait, it doesn't cost mana to switch? Or is this a bug? Because I'm still doing holy damage. Okay. That seems to be a bug. Perhaps. Because I just wanted to, like, refill, basically. Interesting. Let's go ahead and do this. We can also do Grand Floon now, too. Tangential question, do SotN work on other streams of the 7TV extension? The channel has to allow that emote. So, for example, if you're watching, like, crazy 4Blade streaming, if he allows, like, Joel Steele for his channel, then it'll work. Otherwise, I don't think you can make global emotes for 7TV, because then otherwise people could make, like, global emotes that are of hate symbols and then spam them in other people's chats. So for moderation reasons, I think it makes sense that you can't just, you know, go crazy on that shit. Crazy 4Blade streaming. Oh no, Street Fighter. Yeah, exactly. You know, other SotN streamers. I'm poisoned. I'm cured. It is nice to be able to cure yourself of poison. Thanks for the clarification. No worries. No worries. You don't like fire? Fire bad? Okay. Holy damage. Holy. More like fire damage. How'd the second controller bridge thing get found out? I don't remember the exact way that it was found. Spaghetti! But, it was a interaction that we knew could happen, but we didn't know why it happened for a very long time. Due to people playing on EPSXE, and as it turns out, EPSXE's like classic or like default controls for PlayStation stuff sometimes would just be like both controllers use the same button presses. So what ended up happening is people would then enter the cavern, start backdashing, and the bridge would explode every time that somebody backdashed. So as a community, we had seen this stuff for years and just assumed that EPSXE was bugged. We didn't know why. We just assumed it was bugged. Colonel Equinox was the person that ended up looking into the game more deeply to understand why it happened. Yeah, when looking for debug stuff. So I think it was partially due to the fact that the decomp project was underway and like the game was being analyzed at a more deep level to begin with, which is how it was found out. I think that's how the correct series of events, but I could be wrong. I need to just allow EPSXE on my stream. Because as a joke, I banned the term EPSXE in chat because I thought it would be funny, but now it's just become a pain in the ass because people want to actually talk about, like, stuff, and they can't. I'm just gonna library card now. It was all I had for quite a long time. To be fair, EPSXE was very important in the history of emulators because it was one of the first. One of the first ones that used plugins in a way that allowed, like, emulation development to kind of branch out into different stuff. So it's important. It just sucks compared to, like, what we have now, especially in terms of, like, accuracy and, like, really dialing in good settings. So there was no reason to do that, but whatever. Did somebody's cat step on their keyboard? You good, Soul? You good? I think we just had a cat on keyboard moment, if I had to guess. Immune to curse. Which one is curse again? It should be L2. Yeah. Or weak to curse, I meant. Ow. Ow. Free mana for me. Don't mind if I do. I will grab this because my HP is getting a little low. Yo, what up, Matrick? How you doing? I think everybody at one point when they found out what an emulator was, Googled PlayStation emulator, found EPSXE because it was the thing that was being promoted by all the emulation websites at the time, and said, fuck it, I'll use EPSXE to play my old favorite video games from back in the day. Ow. Can we stop poisoning me, please? Thank you. No one talks about modding Saturn Lesser Demon. I don't think we want to do that. Come on, guys. We don't have to do that, right? It says it's immune to eye. What is eye damage? Wait, I'm confused. Oh! Oh, because that's an une. And then it becomes the corpse weed once it spawns, right? Yeah. Eye is ice damage, so why is it immune to holy? What? The base? The base has a different set of stats than the head? Let's try this out, actually. Ice is this one? Yeah, so that's correct. So they are different. We just can't tell what this one is. Because it's not an une. Because the une says that it's immune to nothing. Huh. I just got an email to update my address for my physical PC copy of Roten. Bro, it's been a decade at this point. Wait, what? Don't worry. Your physical PC copy will be in the mail any day now. Bro, they just announced the second one. And they're finally shipping out physical PC copies? That's not real, right? This is a joke. No, you're not allowed to have criticisms about the game, though. Or the company at all. Dude, that's insane. Look, at least they're updating you, okay? I have something similar happening on a very small scale, which is very unfortunate. My brother got me a custom playmat for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I ended up losing it. I brought it with me to GDQ, and then I don't know what happened to it. I just lost it. I think what ended up happening is that one day while I was up for like 20 hours, I whipped it out to like duel, and then like forgot to put it back in my bag. So I was like, I'm really sorry, you got me this really nice custom playmat. Can you just tell me who you ordered it with, and I'll just order a second one? Because I do like it, but I'll pay for it this time, obviously. So I ordered the second one. It has been, I think, about 7 months now. They had like this really bad like logistics issue where they lost all of the like digitized order sheets. It's just like all of the data is gone, so they have to do everything manually now, and it's been like a nightmare apparently. So that's cool. I'm still waiting for an Amazon delivery from 11 years ago. I think you got to let that one go. I don't think it's coming. So yeah, I'm probably gonna move before they actually ship out my new playmat, which is funny. So one of these days, I'm probably just gonna message them and be like, "Hey, so I'm moving. Am I still gonna get that playmat or no?" Jeff stole my parcel. Frickin' Bezos, man, out here stealing from the poor, giving to the rich. That's what Robin Hood would have wanted, right? I mean, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. At least in my case, I can just get a refund at any time. It's not a big deal. I checked, yeah. We could use 4 beasts to get through the spike hallway, right? Yo, thank you, Ronze. Appreciate the good luck. Baron Robber Hood. So whatever happened to those Baron robbers? I'll grab this because it's cool. I mean, that shit was like 150 years ago or whatever. You never hear about those guys anymore. Because I assume they're all vampires, right? They're still living among us. And I mean among us in the most serious possible way. What up, normal balls? What happened to him? FDR? Sounds like a bad dude. You're telling me FDR was the vampire killer all along? I can do lightning here. That's not lightning. That's lightning. Is ground slashing faster? It's not a lot of damage. We have to figure out what this guy's actually weak to. Get me over there. Okay, ice is more damage. Let's try fire. I guess poison actually might be his weakness. That's a lot of damage for poison. What up, Rapu? How's it going? I was wondering if the DPS is better to stay grounded or if it's still better to do jump slashes. That was kind of like my question. Obviously, not every enemy is going to let you do jump slashes, but... Oh, shit! Familiar card. Let's go. Grinding with lightning is better? Okay, cool. Hey, when this guy be zoning? Yeah. Bro, imagine playing a fighting game just to pick a zoner. Cringe. I'm joking. I actually don't care. As I've gotten older, I used to... Back in the day, this is a different story. Back in the day, I used to be very much a, like, game vibes purist, such that, like, some games will have stuff inside of that game that is bad vibes. Therefore, if you pick the bad vibes within the video game, you are cringe. Now, as I've gotten older, I think I've created a more, like, all or nothing approach in my head about video games, which is, like, if there is something within a video game that you dislike, you probably just don't like that video game that much. Right? Or at the very least, like, if there's not a clear way to, like, rule the game in such... Play it in a way that, like, eliminates the cringe, then, like, you probably just don't like that game that much. And you gotta just, like, let it go. We're doing clockwise for 4 beasts. Oh, shit! Transforming into mist with 4 beasts is trippy as hell. Whoa! That's cool. Oh, hell yeah! Skill of Wolf! Mobile players when they keep playing the game that they hate? Yeah, of course. I don't know. It's like... The same way, I think it comes down to the fact that every game is cringe, but also every game has its positives. And it comes down on you to decide for yourself how much is enough for each level of cringe / fun that you're willing to have, you know? Like, if you get frustrated at a game because of X, Y, or Z, like, oh my god, zoners are so cringe, I think you might just not like fighting games that much. You know what I mean? Like, that is a core, or like, it's the classic, like, Guilty Gear Strive / Guilty Gear agenda in general, which is, Guilty Gear is a video game about characters with incredibly high power level stuff. That is, like, they do their thing. The way they do it is incredibly strong and powerful. And once you get into their, like, loop, their damage loop, their gameplay loop, like, you're screwed, right? So everyone's trying to do their own game plan to screw over other players. And people get really salty about specific characters. But then I'm like, that's the whole game. The whole game is a bunch of, like, cringe win conditions, but everybody's cringe win condition is very powerful and very strong, and they want to get to it. So you're no different. Like, that's the game. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The way that it manifested very often in, like, Smash Brothers, for example, like Melee, is there's specific characters that people dislike vehemently. And some top players will even, like, be like, dude, fucking Jigglypuff, so fucking lame, dude. Fucking Peach? I hate Peach. Samus is so stupid. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, brother, you're like top 50 in the world. Like, why? You're still complaining about the character on the character select screen of the video game that you've put 10,000 hours into? That's insane to me. Like, either figure it out or, like, give up at this point. You know what I mean? But again, I just have a more all or nothing stance, I feel like, nowadays. Soul Steel! I don't know. But also, I can see a world where people want to play an idealized version of a video game, but other people are using aspects of the game that hurt the idealized version of the game that they have in their head, therefore causing a type of like cognitive dissonance within them that they don't want to like deal with, and that's the frustration that leads to X character is super fucking lame and I hate them. You are upset when you win, you are upset when you lose, you are in a purgatory that you cannot enjoy. Yep. Exactly. We're looking for just slash damage? You got it, boss. Slash it up. Okay, never mind. Also, gas it up. Dude, I guess my intelligence is high enough that gas cloud is just, like, insanely strong. Either way. And there we are. That's all the Vlads. Who needs Soul of Bat? Chess players when their opponent actually knows how to use Queen. Maybe like 500? I was gonna say LP. 500 ELO chess players maybe? Oh yeah, I forget that these guys actually die. In fact, I can just do this. Oops, my D-pad is a little messy. Whee! Oh! I was expecting to bounce off of that guy. Speaking of Black Panther, who would win? Unbothered Giga Chad walking through hallway. Holy, you got it. 100 damage! Puritan Alucard telling Medusa to cover herself up. It's very close to Soul of Bat, but not quite. Damn. I guess Carlson be like, dude, stop using the queen like that. That's so cringe. I think an analogy that's a little bit closer that is chess related would be players who find specific openings like uninteresting or boring or cringe or whatever, which does happen as well. But that's because chess is a somewhat flawed video game. I like calling chess a video game, by the way, because I think it's very funny. Even though it's like, actually, it's not a video game. It is if you play on chess.com. Checkmate, atheists. Oh yeah, chess isn't a video game? Explain chess for the PlayStation 1. Checkmate, atheists. To be fair, there are players that will play opening specifically to just like draw, essentially. Because chess is a game that is not technically solved. However, at the highest level of play, you either get absolutely smacked by somebody that just is way better than you, or you enter a 500 turn draw because there's no way to gain an advantage. But I do know at the highest level, people are, you know, specifically trying to avoid that. Like, they're trying to find lines that can, like, there's, like, risk rewards of going for technically suboptimal plays that could then put your opponent down a line that they are unfamiliar with, and then you kind of hope that they mess up type shit. Tic-tac-toe with extra steps. To be fair, every video game is tic-tac-toe with extra steps if you really think about it. Not too hard, but think about it. Chess Rebirth? Dude, Chess Rebirth? Chess Turbo Edition? X Revelator? Would go fucking sick. Chess boxing is peak. It is? For sure. But I think the peak part is the dichotomy between the fact that 21 damage for lightning? Oh no, that's his resistance. I'm fucking stupid. I thought he was weak to both, but he resisted it. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Streamer still doesn't understand how the game works. Ugh. Yeah, Chess Remastered, they were talking about, like, I just don't think the devs can do a good job of, like, really capturing the soul of what made chess so good back in the day, you know? If they add, like, all of the bonus features from the first game, I think it'll be good, but it's tough to say. Let's test out a different... Nope, that's not it. Lightning? No, that's not it. Stone? Can this guy get stoned? He cannot. Poison, or curse, darkness. Decent, I guess. Why is Gas Cloud too powerful? Every time, man. There we go.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the
What a fun
soul
preset.
of
GG's.
no more.
Yeah, dude. Battle Mage is great.
How?
It's a good time.
How?
GG's was fun. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Join the live stream over on twitch.tv/DragonBlitz if you would like to. We got a lot of fun ideas coming down the pipeline soon. Again, thanks to everybody who's been so kind in helping me with the moving costs. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are absolute
Matthew 16,
amazing people. But I'll see you in the next one, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.